Relationships. Internal unrest can quietly erode the foundation of even the strongest relationship. When emotions and emotional turmoil, unresolved conflict, or personal struggles build up inside, they often spill over into our partners, our friends, and our family members and the interactions with them. With your permission, I'd like to talk with you about exploring how internal unrest can affect relationships, why it happens, and some practical ways to address it before it damages or the damage becomes irreversible. How internal unrest shows up in a relationship. Internal unrest refers to emotional and or mental struggles a person experiences within themselves. It can include stress, anxiety, unsolved anger or unresolved anger, or feelings of insecurity. When these feelings are not managed or expressed in a healthy way, they often affect how people relate to each other in their personal interactions with each other on a whole. Some common signs of unrest impacting relationships includes increased irritation or impatience with a loved one, withdrawal or emotional distancing during conversations and or shared activities, frequently misunderstanding or conflicts over small issues, lack of communication or avoidance of important topics, feeling misunderstood, unsupported by the other person or others as a whole. All of these things can result in you feeling that your relationship or knowing that your relationship is going in a direction that you don't want it to go into. If somebody's pulling away from you, the person may feel rejected. These are all symptoms of deeper internal struggle. Now, why is internal struggle and unrest damaging your connections? Relationships thrive on trust, communication, emotional availability. Internal unrest disrupts these pillars in several ways. One, motivational energy drains. When a person feels overwhelmed by their feelings and they have less energy to invest in a relationship. This can also lead to a negativity and or a lack of attention. Communication breaks down. Internal turmoil can make it hard for a person to express their thoughts clearly and or listen to activities, causing a misunderstanding. Negative assumptions can grow. This is when people feel unsettled inside and they may be interpreting neutral actions as hostility or uncaring or increased conflict. Avoidance and avoidance can become a habit. All right, it can make a person feel as though they have to protect themselves. Individuals might avoid, difficult conversations, which prevent resolution and or the build up of a relationship, and it also causes resentment. These factors create a cycle where internal unrest feeds relationship problems, and relationship problems increase with internal upset and unrest. Some practical steps to reduce internal unrest and protect the relationship. Now, everybody's different, and these are some basic steps that may be helpful. One is addressing internal unrest requires both self-awareness and action. So here's some strategies. One, recognize and name your feelings. Two, practice healthy communication. Now, I am not a therapist, but you can look around and see or look up to see guidelines to help you to do that, like I statements, using I statements like, be showing your honest feelings, but be calm. So use like I. I statements express how you feel without blaming the other person. For example, I feel overwhelmed when, instead of you always make me feel. 3, set aside regular time to connect. Make time for meaningful conversations or sharing activities. This builds emotional closeness and provides an opportunity to check in with the other person and check on their well-being to make sure that they're okay, or to at least get their feel for it so that you can then see yourself. How do you feel? What are you feeling is that person is trying to say or saying? And sometimes you may even have to ask for clarification. Another one is seek support when it's needed. Sometimes internal unrest stems from a deeper issue, anxiety, depression, and professional help like a counselor that might be needed. But you have to start in order to find out what's going on or to get a clue or make suggestions, but don't blame things on the other person. Understand that you may be causing some of this, that some of the responsibility may be on you. Not necessarily that you're causing it, but this person is dealing with something internally. So you want to seek support when needed. Number 5, you want to develop stress management habits. So exercise, meditation, hobbies, all of these things can reduce stress and improve a person's mood or improve your mood when you're feeling overwhelmed. So these things can help you to feel calmer inside, and it can ease and maintain a positive relationship. And again, activities. Each individual has their own world to deal with. And no matter how close you are, each individual lives in their own world. But you are trying to become a part of it. So you want to be a dramatic partner or a romantic partner. Excuse me, I said that wrong. One partner resolve the grief might cause them to withdraw, to withdraw from you, leaving the other person feeling alone and or confused. So without addressing the grief, the couple may grow apart even further. Another one is parenting, child or parent-child relationships. Parents struggle with burnout, and that might come from, impatience with their child, leading to tension and or misunderstanding. So recognizing burnout and seeking help could improve that interaction. Another one is friendship. A friend dealing with self-esteem issues may avoid social gatherings, make others feel rejected. So open conversation can help. So friends understand and support each other and hopefully make things better. These are just some examples of ways that could impact the connection. Now, you also want to try to work on building a resilience in the relationship despite the internal upset or unrest. So, no relationship is immune from internal struggle. But what matters is how people respond to building that relationship, to making it, to being resilient, and doing it in a meaningful way. So, being patient, being compassionate, creating a safe space, agreeing on ways to handle conflict constructively, checking in regularly about a person's emotional feeling or their emotional health. Ask them, how are they feeling? What's going on? Again, all you can do is all you can do. But in order to do all you can do, you have to take some action and do it. When both parties commit to understanding and supporting each other, internal unrest becomes a challenge that they face together, rather than wielding it as an individual or wielding it as individuals. If this was helpful, please share it with someone that you feel it could benefit. Take care and have a great day.